back to the From Vinyls to Streaming Tunes Through Time with Abby and Judy. I'm Abby.
And I'm Judy.
And welcome back. This is our second episode. We appreciate all the love and everything on the first episode last week. And we're back for more music to talk about.
All music, all the time.
Yes.
So let's just talk about this. This is really fun.
Okay.
So if we're talking about music, we got to
Yes.
talk. So this weekend we went to
To Moab.
to Moab. And on the way there, Abby had a song that they stretch at work. Work. And so she's like, "Oh, it was such a weird song. It was 1977."
Yeah. So at work we stretch and we do like the top 3 songs or like the top pop, top R&B, top country song from a year, and they have to guess what year it is that we're stretching to. So a couple days ago it was 1977, and I was talking to her about it because the country song was a Waylon Jennings song, and she loves Waylon Jennings. So we were kind of talking about it, and she's like, "Oh, like what were the other songs?" And I'm like, "The R&B song was so weird." Like so weird. I'm like, I can't remember what it was called. Like the name of the band was in the name of the song too. So she starts looking
looking them up, and I'm like, I have to know this song because I know a lot of music. 77's my year.
Her year.
Okay, so my favorite year. So I'm looking, and finally I said this one, and she goes, that's it. What was it called?
Float On by the Floaters.
Yeah, Float On by the Floaters. I encourage anyone.
If you've never heard this song, it's about 14 minutes long, and it's a trip the whole way through.
It kind of starts out hearing, what are those
Zodiac
signs. And then it's just kind of music, kind of disco.
You get a couple male names.
And then you get a couple male names. And then at the end,
it's literally like 7 minutes of just twinkly music.
Twinkly. And then all of a sudden you hear, "I'm Paul, and I'm a what?
Aquarius.
An Aquarius. And what I like in a woman is," and he just like starts saying all these things about what kind of a woman he likes. And then Charles gets on there, and I can't remember what
Ralph
and
Larry.
There's and they each tell you what kind of woman they love.
Yes.
So it is a hilarious song. If you want a good laugh, I suggest you go.
Yes.
Maybe not listen to the whole thing, kind of skip through it because
the middle part is a little boring.
Middle part's a little boring, but
no, it was funny because our stretching at work only takes like 10 minutes, and this is like a 14-minute song. So I got about 5 minutes in, and I'm like, we're skipping to the next one. Like, we've got 2 other, I think it was the first one I played. I'm like, we got 2 other songs to listen to. Like, we're moving on. And so I hadn't heard the ending of it. So we listened to it. It was so funny. We were laughing so hard.
So what was it called again?
Float On by the Floaters.
Yeah, Float On.
Because they did say that quite a bit too. In the middle.
They would say their name and everything, and then it'd be like, "Float On."
It was so funny.
We had so much fun. But
it was a gem.
We went to Moab.
We did, yes.
As we were just saying.
Yes.
And we had so much fun there.
We did have so much fun. It was just the 2 of us. And we hiked the Delicate Arch, which was so much fun. It's that iconic arch when you think of Utah. It's that arch.
You think of the arch.
Mm-hmm.
And it is so fun to go up to.
Yeah, it is so fun.
It's a hike. It is a mega hike.
Yes.
But we did it.
We did. And we kind of killed it. We did it last year, and we did good. We made it up and everything.
You guys did good. I almost gave up a few times.
But you made it.
I said to myself, and I said to them, I never wanted my obituary to say she died walking up to the arch. But then when I got up to the arch, I was like, maybe I did want my obituary to say that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was going to quit a few times on my last year. But not this year.
No, we killed it.
We
like ran up there.
Yeah, we stopped maybe 6 times. I need to drink.
Yes.
I need to hydrate. It's very, very intense. And Abby gave me a few pep talks.
Yes.
Like, you can do this. You're doing great. Look how much farther we've gone. Mm-hmm. And I felt good about that. So we did it.
We did it because a lot of the hike is just this slick rock, which is basically just sandstone mountain thing. And so it's like straight up this it doesn't have very good traction.
No, it's
rock,
like an 80%.
80% grade.
Grade is way straight up.
And there's like no shade because it's just this side of the mountain basically that you're hiking up. There's a couple trees every now and then, but we go early enough that we get a little bit of shade. So if there was ever like a good tree, we'd stop, take a drink, have a little pep talk, and then keep going.
Then we kept going, and then I thought it was right after the Slick Rock, but no, you still go on.
You still have quite a bit of hike.
But it's not that bad after the Slick Rock. The Slick Rock is probably the worst part.
I would say so. I would say everything after that is more like hiking.
Yeah.
It's
a mile and a half up, straight up pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite the hike. I usually can't feel my hips after, but it's okay. We had a lot of fun. Then we went to Dead Horse Point. And if you've ever been to Dead Horse Point, you'll notice a lot of movies were made there.
A lot of movies were filmed there. Because it's an incredible view. Like, really, like, just the coolest view ever.
Just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beautiful. Utah is a beautiful country. Yeah. We really take it for granted, I think, sometimes here in Utah. But we have a beautiful state.
Yeah, we were talking about it when we were there. We're like, because we really haven't spent much time in Moab. We've lived here our whole lives. We haven't spent much time in Moab. We're like, we take this so for granted because we've lived here our whole lives. And up until last year, we'd never hiked the Delicate Arch. Or like those kinds of things are like Dead Horse Point. It's incredible. Or even like Canyonlands is right there. We went to Canyonlands this time. And we hadn't been in like 13, 14 years. So it was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
We really have a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a scorpion in the house, a baby scorpion.
There was a baby scorpion.
I thought I killed it, but I didn't.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if I killed it. I don't know. It seemed like it was dead. It was just kind of flopping around.
Yeah, no. So we walk in and like we go to the bathroom because it's a long drive. And like she kind of noticed something on the floor kind of wiggling around. And so I came over to check it out. And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's a baby scorpion. Like just a little teeny tiny scorpion. But it was on its back, like kind of writhing around. And
it's something. I don't know what it was doing.
So she didn't know like if she stepped on it or what happened really to it. But we're like, we're just going to let it die. And then we'll worry about it later. So we just kind of left it there. And went about our day, and then we went and were out the next day, and then we came.
I swear it started putting out its claws.
It did. Well, it did kind of stretch out because I took a picture of it like the second day we were there, and then like by that night or something, its arms were like way more stretched out. So I just was under the assumption that like when they die, they kind of assume a position kind of thing, like their bones just kind of go in a position or whatever.
Yeah. And
so it had kind of been changing and growing, and then we came down one day and it was gone.
It was gone, completely gone.
So we don't know what
nowhere
happened.
To be seen.
We don't know what happened to this scorpion, this baby scorpion, but
we did tell people.
We did. The rightful authorities have been notified.
They have been notified, and it is going to be taken care of.
Yes, but it was really funny because I've never seen a scorpion like up close like that. Like I've seen them like in zoos or like not zoos but like
I've seen
terrariums
them in St. George, and they don't scare me because I don't think I ever really get that close to them. But so I'm never scared of them. I was reading about them and I keep thinking maybe I should be scared of them because they hurt, I guess. But they've never scared me.
No, I wasn't scared when I saw it.
I wasn't scared either. No. I thought it was dead or dying.
Yeah, So
I know. So if you have any expert knowledge on scorpions, baby scorpions, and how they change or something, just let us know.
Do they lie on their back and then flip over and run away?
Yeah.
Or is being on their back a death sentence? Because I would think that being on their back would be kind of a death sentence for a baby scorpion.
But the first time I saw it, I couldn't even really tell what it was. You knew it was a scorpion, but I didn't even think it looked like one.
Well, I could only tell it was a scorpion because it's the tail, the like stinger. I could tell that it was a stinger. Like that was the only way. It like upper body didn't really look much like a scorpion, but then it stretched its arms out.
Then it started looking like one. So I don't know. I don't know anything about scorpions, but if you do, let us know.
Let us know because we encountered one and we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened. We're a little scared, but whatever happened, it happened.
Yeah. So we didn't get bit or stung, so we're fine.
We're fine.
Yeah.
And I think the next person will stay there will be fine, but who knows?
Who knows?
So anyways,
But yeah.
that was our weekend.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun this weekend.
Yes, we did.
We did. So
yeah, we listened to a lot of Noah Khan this weekend.
We did. I put on a lot of Noah Khan. She didn't really know because I had it down pretty low. We listened to a lot of Ariana Grande. We listened to a lot of Sabrina Carpenter, a lot of Olivia Rodrigo, and a lot of Chappell Roan. But she didn't know that because the volume was pretty low for that. So.
I'm gonna say she's right. I did not know that because I'm not a female singer lover. I don't really like female singers.
Yeah,
there's a few: Pat Benatar, Karen
Carpenter,
and maybe Taylor Swift, and that's about it. I'm not gonna lie.
That's an exciting update. Adding Taylor Swift to that list is an exciting update. Yes. So. We're making moves, guys.
She's pretty good. So
yes. Well, I mean, she's not a great vocalist, I would say, but
we did discuss that.
Yes,
too.
we did. But
so, anyways, let's get on to our
main topic of this episode.
So we decided, since we go to so many concerts, and tomorrow we are headed for the best concert.
I am so excited.
The concert we have been waiting for Abby to see for a long time.
For a long time.
We had tickets in 2020. And
those obviously got canceled.
And then we waited because then they started just doing stadium tours.
And guess what? We don't have here a football stadium.
We have a couple of college ones that are big. I mean, we get the Olympics. So what's the problem? I don't know. But anyways, so tomorrow is Def Leppard.
Woo!
And we are so excited. I've seen them a couple of times, but Abby has never.
I've never seen them. I'm so excited. I'm like seriously so excited. Like if I had to pick one band from my childhood, I feel like it would be Def Leppard. Like I feel like that is what we listened to. Like it was just always the good vibes in the car, listening to Def Leppard, having a great time.
Yes, I have to tell the story when my youngest son, he's 22 now. So when he was just like 3 or something,
really little,
he was in his car seat and we were listening to Def Leppard. And I looked back there and he had like a little licorice, and then he put his arm down in his shirt, so he looked like he only had one arm, and he was like driving away with his. And he's coming with us too. So
yes,
we are so excited.
We are so
it's
so
just
excited.
So funny.
But because if you guys don't know, Def Leppard, their drummer only has one arm. And continues to be their drummer. Like, he didn't stop after his accident, which is literally the coolest thing of all time.
I think so. And he's very inspirational.
Mm-hmm,
I think,
absolutely.
Like, if you listen to him, and he does a lot of artwork, and I would love one of his artwork. Like,
that would be cool.
I really want something that he's painted. That's like one of those art pieces I'm just really wanting.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look after the concert again. Because sometimes I look and then I forget, and then I look. But if I had a really cool art piece, I think that's what I really like. One that's not just your normal average
and like something
artwork.
that means to you.
It would mean something to me. So I'm excited. We're so excited.
We're so
and we got
excited.
VIP seats.
We're so excited.
We've got really good seats. We're very excited.
Yes, we cut back on the number of concerts we went to this year, but we kind of stepped up the concert experience or whatever, because we went to Taylor Swift, and now we're going to Def Leppard.
So we are very excited.
I'm so excited.
So we thought we'd talk about our couple of our concert experiences, and we thought we'd first talk about our favorite.
Mm-hmm. We'll start with our favorite.
Our favorite concert of all time. And so, Abby, what is your favorite concert you've ever been to?
Well, again, this will probably come as no surprise, but it was the Eras Tour. Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, specifically the one in Sweden. It was so fun because we saw it in Sweden together, and then me and my sister and our sister-in-law saw it in Vegas. So we saw both versions of the show because she changed it after she released her new album. And while the first version did have Tolerate It, which if you were listening to last week's episode is my all-time favorite song, this new version has her new album in it, and it was incredible. There was also just something so cool about being in Sweden at this concert. Like, I don't know, it was fun because, I mean, Sweden isn't that big, so it was kind of all of Scandinavia came to this concert. And then obviously people from America. I mean, the girls behind us were from Toronto.
Yeah,
so
the
from
girls
Canada.
in front of us were from U.S.
Yes.
Pittsburgh, I think, or
Boston, maybe?
Or Boston, yeah.
Somewhere
Boston,
around there.
Yeah.
So, like, it was just this, like, huge cultural, like, what's the word? mixture of people.
Yeah, like
But-
everybody saw people from Finland there.
Yeah. But
It was
they were
huge.
all there singing the same songs, jamming out to the same thing, like having the same experience, even though we all come from like crazy different places. It was just so fun. And she puts on such an incredible show.
Yes.
Like such an incredible. You can not like Taylor Swift. That's fine. I get it. Everyone has different preferences. You cannot knock her talent. Like and her commitment to her songs and her
Yes.
music and everything. It was incredible. It was so much fun.
She does put on a good show. I really liked her outfits for the new record
Mm-hmm.
that she has out. That was really cool, I
Yeah.
thought. But yeah, she just kept singing. I couldn't believe how much she sang.
45 songs, 3.5 hours of her just
Yes.
go, go, go.
Go,
Like
go,
I think
go.
her longest in between is maybe a minute.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool.
and
like
she sings that 10-minute song too.
10-minute All Too Well.
All
It's
Too
an
Well.
incredible
Yeah,
song.
that's a good song.
Yeah.
I like that song too.
Mhm.
Sorry, Jake.
But I would say that's probably my favorite concert because it was like the concert itself was amazing, but the entire experience was so fun and so cool and
It
like
was
really
amazing.
just like a once in a lifetime experience, I would say.
Oh, definitely. And because I don't know if we'll go to Europe for a
Yeah.
concert again. Yeah.
I don't
that
know
was-
who else would be worth going to Europe for a concert. but
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
That's
I loved
awesome.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun concert. I will agree that was a lot of fun. I really
Mhm.
enjoyed being there. It was the experience too, like, and also it's cheaper in Sweden.
Yeah.
The concert.
The whole like US ticket system was a whole nightmare. But like that's something like a lot of people have said. Like a lot of fathers have taken their daughters to this tour and they're like, I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift, but that was incredible. Like
Yes, it was incredible. It was
It's-
everything. It was just
Mhm.
everything. Like she just, her costumes, how much she was singing, the songs, the sets. I mean, it was just above and beyond what you would think on a concert.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's
It
a
was
good
cool.
one.
So
is a
that
good
was
one.
my favorite. But I mean, I would also say a close second is the first Ben Rector concert we went to.
Oh, that was fun, too.
Because I love him. I do. But
I
at this
love
point
him
in
too.
time, I like really was obsessed with him. And it was like one of our first concerts after COVID. And
Yes, yes.
COVID was hard. I feel like just because we do go to concerts so many, like not having live music was like really hard.
That was the hardest
I would say,
part. Yeah, I would
like
think so.
like it was something like I really struggled with not being able to go to these things. And so like to see like my favorite singer like so close after like one of our first shows back was so much fun. And he's just so good. He's just so good.
He's the best.
He's so fun.
I love Ben Rector too.
So that's a close second, but definitely theirs tour
Yeah.
is my favorite.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite concert is probably not a shock to some people, and maybe a shock to others. It happened July 9th, 1994.
A classic day
A
that will live
classic
in
day
infamy.
That will live in infamy. I can't say it.
Infamy. I
Infamy.
can't say it now either.
Anyway, sorry, I can't ever speak. But it was James Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked really hard winning tickets to James Taylor. When I was working, it was a beauty supply here in Ogden, and the local radio station at the time would play a song, and if you were like so many callers, like ninth caller or fifth caller, then you won tickets to the concert. And I did this probably a good 9 months. Like if we were slow and that song came on, I was calling. And never won. Was always disappointed. They'd always say, not the one, you know. So it was really kind of sad. And then one day, we weren't busy. I was all by myself at work. And they said, fire and rain. When you hear fire and rain, be the, I can't remember which caller, like sixth caller or ninth caller. And I said, okay, I'm doing this. I'm doing it. And so then all of a sudden I hear, you are the ninth caller. And I'm like, woo, I won James Taylor, even though I didn't even know who James Taylor was. I mean, I did know who James Taylor was, not a big, huge fan at the time. But I thought, well, that's great. I won 2 tickets. And I had to go early in the morning, the next morning, and go pick them up because the concert was like in 3 days or 2 days. I think it was like, that was like a Thursday and the concert was Saturday. I got the tickets, and I thought, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I don't even really know who James Taylor is, and this is up in Park City when they used to do concerts up there. And so I went to our church's softball game that night. And my friend Mary, she was like, well, I don't know what you're going to do with them, and I don't know. We were like, I don't know what to do with them. And then I was talking to my now husband, which I hardly ever talked to before. And I said, I had James Taylor tickets I won. He's like, well, I'll go with you if you want me to. And I said, well, if you want to, because I thought he was kind of joking and I didn't know. And then sure enough, he said, yeah, I'll take you. I'll come pick you up. I'll take you to dinner. And I said, okay, sounds fun. So the next day, or that Saturday, he picks me up. We had a fabulous time. We just talked and talked. It was really fun. It was kind of like I just talked to somebody I'd never, like we had always been friends. So it was really just fun, very relaxing, and let's just say
the rest is history.
The rest is history. We ended up getting married. So that is why that's my favorite concert. I do love James Taylor now. I have learned to love him. He was one of my husband's favorites, so it was just kind of funny that I won tickets to one of his favorite artists, and that definitely is my favorite concert by far.
That's a good one.
Because it did lead to lots of great memories and great kids and all my kids, and and it's just been fun being married to Timo. So it was really a cute story. So that is my absolute favorite concert. There's probably a few runner-ups, but they just don't have that same, like maybe we went to a Billy Joel Elton John concert once where they were playing together.
That's one I'm like really jealous.
That was pretty exciting. Yeah. That was actually really good. And then I think Duran Duran last year was really good. But and then our Styx concerts. Yeah. But, James Taylor, July 9th, 1994. That was one to never forget. Let's put it that way.
The beginning of it all.
The beginning of it all.
Yes.
And it was funny because he told me to take me for dinner, but then we didn't have time. So he's like, well, I guess I'll have to take you out next week. And I'm like, yeah, you do. So it was kind of cute.
That's really cute.
And we did.
Yeah.
And then we went out again. And then again and again. And until we eventually just got married. Yeah. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Very good. Very, very good.
So yeah, that was a fun one.
That's a good one. No, that's a great memory.
It was a good memory, actually. So yeah, that was my favorite. It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
How about, okay, so then we're going to talk about
our least favorite concerts.
Our least favorite.
So I was thinking over all of the concerts we've been to, and I was really having a hard time coming up with a least favorite. Because
I know mine.
Okay, really?
Me too.
So because I feel like I haven't been, I think I probably know which one you're talking about. She's been to some bad concerts. I feel like I've never really been to like a bad concert. Oh my gosh. Wait. Does that even count as a concert though, the one I'm thinking of?
No, mine, I don't know if you're thinking of
No, I'm thinking of it. I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking of one for me. So.
I don't know if you want to say that one though.
I don't know if it was
really a concert. It was more of a business thing.
Yeah.
Like a activity for a business conference.
So we'll just say there's one where...
And it wasn't her work, it was my husband's work. Yeah. So
we'll just say there was one like a little while ago, like 10 years ago or something. That
you can talk about it if you want.
Well, that's going to lead us into a much larger topic.
We probably shouldn't talk about it because there might be people who actually like these people.
Yes. And I'm not dissing their talent. It's just not my thing.
And the school that they came from.
Yeah.
No one's going to diss that.
No. So I would say, like, a concert that, like, doesn't stick out as, like, a great memory, which... Funny enough, coming off of Judy's story, is one time me and Judy went to a James Taylor concert, and he was great. Like he was fine. He sang a lot of his like newer music, like that's great and all. But like you kind of go to those singers to like hear the classics, But we left like halfway through because we were leaving on a trip like the next day. Like the timing was just really, really bad.
Yeah.
So
Well, we got tickets. Like it was just going to be Timo and I because we go and it's like, oh, remember this?
yeah.
But then he had to go to a work thing, so he left for our trip a few days earlier. So we had these 2 tickets. So Abby's like, I'll go.
But then we were like leaving on this big trip the next day, so we just didn't stay for all of it. So, but he was great. Like he's very talented for sure, and I would see him again definitely when I could like actually enjoy it. The other concert I was thinking of was the Sabrina Carpenter concert I went to like a year and a half ago. It was at the Union in Salt Lake, which, if you don't know, is a stand-only venue. And it was April 1st, so it was starting to warm up here, and people had camped out all day. Like all day. And so you get in, you're packed in with all of these people, and people were dropping right and left. Like she had to stop the show like 7 or 8 times because people were passing out.
Because they were too hot? Oh, wow.
So she was incredible. She's very talented, but she like couldn't sing her songs really because people kept passing out. So she had to like, stop, they need medical. She's like, stop. Like we need medical over here, things like that. So that happened really quite a few times. But she was really good. I was trying to think, like I really don't feel like I have a bad concert experience.
You kind of had the one, we kind of had this one, was it last year when we went to see Ed Sheeran in Vegas?
Oh, yeah.
So the first time,
yes,
it was not good, and you had a bad experience.
Yeah, so we went and saw Ed Sheeran in Vegas.
We were so excited.
We were so excited. It was last September, and so we get there. We were gonna stay in Vegas, like we were gonna have this really fun weekend, and the opener. I was really excited to see the opener because I really like her music, and so we're like kind of running late and like just trying to get there.
Just a lot of chaos
and like trying to find food in Vegas, like right by the concert, right before the concert is a nightmare. So it was just chaotic, and like I was starving, but we like.
But she didn't care.
But I didn't care. I wanted to see this opener, and we were cutting it really close. So me and my sister just left the group. We're like, we'll see you in there. We're going because I'm not missing the opener. So we get to Allegiant Stadium, which is where it was. And if you've ever been there, most of the waiting is outside, which if you know Vegas is maybe not the best idea. So we get in line, we get through security, and they just haven't opened the doors to the stadium yet. So they have you in these like stalls lined up, waiting to get into the stadium. And like an hour goes by, another half an hour goes by, and finally they post on Instagram that the concert's been postponed. So we're like, well, we're stuck because we're past security, but we're not in the venue yet. So we're just stuck outside in the Vegas heat. And just things went bad.
Well, I was eating pizza inside.
While they're inside the air conditioning eating pizza. I'm like, why on earth did I leave? I'm so frustrated. I just shouldn't have left. But so if you know me, I pass out pretty quick too. So I'm like sitting down because I'm getting really lightheaded, not feeling good at all, like just not in a good place. Emily's like standing over me trying to give me shade because like my blood sugar's dropping. So I'm not doing well. And then finally, like we started moving a little bit. We get like literally feet from the entrance. The girl behind us throws up all over our feet. And me and Emily just like that was the last straw. It was so gross. We were so annoyed. I was sick. It like wasn't going well. So finally they let people in the stadium because it's a health hazard to have us out in this 105-degree heat, just baking in the sun. So we get in, they post on their Instagram that there's having some technical issues, like show's still on kind of a thing. And then the security people, well, like half the security people inside the stadium are going, show's canceled, everyone can leave, like it's not happening. Then the other half of the security team is like, no, the show's not canceled yet, like everyone stay here, like what's going on, So we hang out like for probably another half an hour, 45 minutes. And then finally we did get word it was actually canceled. Well, postponed. Because his like set had broken, like the floor had fallen in or something like that, so he couldn't perform.
Yeah, it was a hazard. Something happened.
Yeah. Or no, so what it was is his set had these great big poles that like had screens on them, and I think one of those had fallen over like into the seats.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah, so they postponed that concert.
It, and then we went and saw them.
Yeah,
so
like a month and a half later.
We did see it a month and a half later, and it was a good concert.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun actually because he brought out Brandon Flowers because he's from Vegas. So he came out. They sang Mr. Brightside. It was a lot of fun.
We just loved it. When he started singing Mr. Brightside, we were like all singing along because we know that song really well. So.
Well, there's a big joke that that's like the British national anthem, Mr. Brightside. Yeah. So he was like, I wanted to bring someone out. Well, we were kind of really hoping it was Taylor Swift because he said he was going to make it special because people traveled far, like it was a whole thing, obviously, to come to this concert. So he's like, oh, I'll make it special, you know, and it was a Halloween show. So like he dressed up as Chucky, which was really funny. But so he's like, I wanted to bring someone who's like local to Vegas, like a local celebrity or whatever. And he sings the British national anthem and Brandon Flowers runs out. It was really funny. It was
good. We were so excited.
We were so excited.
So it
turned out being good, but that first
time was pretty bad.
It was not good. It was not good at all. No,
it was not. It was good for me. I was eating pizza.
She was.
I was inside air conditioned pizza.
I like
pizza,
crawl back to the hotel basically because it's like a walk. It's a pretty significant walk.
Yeah, we were just at the. Where were we?
Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, Mandalay Bay. So it wasn't like we were way far away.
It's like just on the other side of the freeway, but you gotta climb over this whole thing. I'm crazy. Like in the casino. I like had to sit down. Emily went and got me some Gatorade because I was not doing well.
She does pass out.
And then we finally made it back to the hotel room, and I got some of their pizza. And it all worked out. We had a fun night. We went to the aquarium. And
yeah, we ended up having tons of fun.
Yeah.
So it was just
getting thrown up on was.
It was
not.
That was not the right thing to do.
No,
at that point
it was no fun. But yeah. So those are probably my not favorite concerts because nothing's really been that bad.
Yeah.
So what's yours?
Okay, so many years ago, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years ago, David Cassidy.
This is what I thought it was gonna be.
Was coming to this. The Tuacahn in St. George. And I was so excited because I just loved David Cassidy. I just thought, Sean Cassidy was one of my first loves, his younger brother. And I watched the Partridge Family all the time. I just thought he was the best, just the best in the whole entire world. And I just thought, this is going to be such a fun concert. We're going to just listen to all these fun songs like, come on, get happy. And I was kind of stressed at the time, and I thought, this is just going to be so much fun. Just so much fun. I cannot wait.
And if you've never been to the Tuacahn, it's this outdoor amphitheater with the red rock behind it. Like, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. And, like, it's like the perfect spot for shows.
For a concert and stuff. And so I was so excited. I don't know if my husband was all that excited, but... he's a good
sport.
He's a good sport. And I'm just like, yeah, we're going to hear all these, just classic songs. It's going to be relaxing. It's going to be so much fun. And we get there and he starts his show and he's singing some songs and all of a sudden he got really political, which if you know anything about the Tuacahn, before every show, they pretty much honor the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a really cool place to go. And all of a sudden he got really political. And he was not on the political side that probably 90% people there. And all of a sudden people just started getting up, leaving. And he was like, oh, I guess this isn't the right place. And he tried to backtrack, but everybody was leaving. A lot of people were just walking out, leaving. And then, he'd be singing songs, and all of a sudden, in the middle of his song, he was like, yeah, I don't remember the words, so I'm just saying whatever I'm saying as he's singing. That's what he's singing. And I'm like, this is really bizarre. This is a really bizarre concert. And then these people came and sat next to us. Before they came, he was, telling everyone, about a story with him and John Lennon getting stoned and how high they were and all this. And it was like, oh, okay, that's good to know. And then these people, we were on the end seat. There was like, there was my husband, there was me, and then this couple came and they sat right next to us. So we were right next to the aisle. And the guy of this couple, he was super drunk. He was just drunk. And every few minutes, he would get up and he would run down the stairs. So he'd like get past us and run down the stairs. And he did this a few times. And then one time he just kind of like tripped over my husband's foot. And he turned around and he looks at my husband and he slaps him in the face. And I was like, what? I'm like, so I went and got security. I was like, you are not going to get away with this.
No way.
So I was like, I said to the people behind me, did you see that? He just slapped my husband. You know, so I'm like, we got to get security. So my husband and I went and got security. They take these people out. My husband has to like start filling out police reports. And they just said, oh, you can just go watch the concert anywhere you want because so many people left.
There were just tons of empty seats.
So I went like down to the front. I almost got to touch him, but I was kind of like in this weird mode time because he was like, you know, trying to touch everyone. And I was like, oh, I could touch him. But I'm like, no, don't really want to.
Yeah.
And then he like said like how he usually has an intermission, but he wasn't going to do it. And the look on his band's face, like, I think we need the intermission.
Like, I'm glad you don't want the intermission.
And so he just kept singing, and I'm like, where's my husband?
Oh
And
my
they were
gosh.
like, and then I'm like, did we do too much? And then when Timo came back, they're like, yeah, you needed to say something because that guy could be waiting for you. Like, we had to haul him off.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
The guy went to jail. I was up front.
Because you assaulted Dad at a concert.
And by the time David Cassidy sang Come On, Get Happy, I was just like, get me out of this place. I am so done with this concert. So done. It was so not what I wanted.
That's so funny.
I was so stressed by the end of it. Like, it was so stressful and just not fun. It was not Come On, Get Happy. Or I Think I Love You. Like, I really wanted those songs. Like, I thought, if I could hear these songs, it's just going to be so cool.
Yeah.
Just so relaxing.
Yeah.
No. Not relaxing.
It was not cool. It was not relaxing.
Not cool. Not relaxing. Very, very weird.
Yeah.
Just even the stories he would tell. It's like, what are you talking about? So I shouldn't talk about the dead like that. But, yeah, he died a few years ago.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. David Cassidy. I'll still watch you on Partridge Family anytime. But
oh, that is so funny.
that was just a
That's
concert.
a good story.
It was just a concert to be, I don't know, never want to do that again.
No.
Never again. It was just crazy.
That's so funny.
That drunk guy was just crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
And he was
I've
just
never seen
so
anything
excited.
like that.
I've never seen anyone so excited. And he would just run down. And I'm like, there's nothing going on here. Like, this is like the most weirdest thing. Like, you'd almost have to be drunk to be that excited.
Yeah.
It was just crazy. I felt really bad. I kind of felt bad for him because he was an icon and he just really
Didn't keep it up.
he didn't keep it up.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad. So, sorry.
That is very sad.
Sorry, David.
Yeah, we hope you're doing better.
Hope life's not life, but, you know, the
The
next
next
life.
life is treating you well.
much better than this life.
Yeah.
So that was my worst concert.
That's a good story. That is a good story.
Yeah, because I haven't really been to too many bad concerts. Like, I really can't think of any that I didn't really enjoy.
Yeah.
I probably didn't enjoy Ed Sheeran that much.
Yeah, I
I
don't think you guys knew
Ed Sheeran.
enough of his music to understand what kind of a concert it was going to be.
I would agree. I really love Ed Sheeran. I think he's the best.
You like his radio hits, for
I
sure.
do love his radio hits, but his rapping, and then he was just going around and around and around in a circle. It was like,
Which is pretty amazing. This man was running and singing at the same time.
the whole
Whole
night.
time.
So that part was like a little different.
Yeah.
But when Brandon Flowers came on,
That
it
was so
was
fun.
a jam. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was probably the one I was like kind of a little disappointed. Not as bad as David Cassidy, but
Yeah, no,
a
that
little
makes sense.
disappointing for me.
That makes
maybe
sense.
maybe if you really like his rap stuff. Like when he said, "Oh, I'm going to sing the songs even your grandma knows," and those were like the songs I knew, I kind of felt a little bad. But it's all right.
It's just
I
the ones that
still
are
love
on
him.
the radio.
I
He
still
played a
love
lot
him.
of them that were on the radio.
Love those songs.
He's
so.
he's very, very talented. Very,
So
very
yeah, but his
talented.
rapping and stuff, I was like,
He got over his stutter rapping. It's a cool story.
I think it's a cool story, but you know what I think about rap.
I know. She thinks it's crap.
Well, no, it's kind of funny because he's in that movie yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a line in there where they said, "You know what it is? Ginger's a rap is just crap," and I'm like, kind of, just like
Yeah.
crap. So,
That's funny.
but it's all right. We had
Yeah.
fun with the fam, so that's all that matters that
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, we did have a lot of fun.
So yeah, that
But
was
yeah.
that was
That's a
that
good
was
story.
An event. That was
Yeah.
an event.
Yeah,
Went home not too relaxed after David
Yeah.
Cassidy.
can't say I blame you. Okay, our next one. This was our last thing. Well, and then we had a question. But what's like your dream concert? Like someone you didn't get to see that you wanted to see.
So why we even say this? This is why I personally go to lots of concerts
Mm-hmm.
because there are so many people I would have died to see who are now gone. They have died, and I think it's just horrible.
It's sad, yeah.
So I'm trying to get as many in as I possibly can before.
Especially these classics.
Yeah, these
Like
classics.
we saw Aerosmith, like one of the last opportunities we
Uh-huh.
would have had to,
I know, and we did.
which was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun, and we're gonna go see Billy Joel.
Which I'm so like I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and not like he's not way old or anything, but
you just never know.
you just never know. And Sting will be there too.
Yeah, which I'm excited for too.
I'm excited.
More
for
excited
Sting.
for Billy Joel, but I'm excited
Yeah.
for Sting.
So this is where this question came from because who would be the concert that you would just love to go to, like the dream concert, the
Mhm.
concert of all concerts? So Abby, what is yours?
So I have kind of two paths with this. I think it would be so incredible to go to like a Mozart's opera in Mozart's day. Like to go see a first showing of like the Magic Flute, which is my favorite opera. Like with Mozart there. Like I think that would be like
That would be
such
interesting.
a cool experience and like
I didn't
something
get that.
something
deep.
like we just there nothing can compare to it what we have today to like what that is.
True.
So that was the first kind of path I was thinking. The second one is Queen. I would love to have seen Queen with Freddie Mercury. I think that would have been a cool concert.
That would
You know
be
what I mean?
fun.
Like, because he was such a showman that, like, that would be cool.
That would be really good,
Mhm.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't even think about Queen.
Yeah. So Queen is probably mine. Or Mozart.
You know, I never even thought about Mozart or
Mhm.
seeing like Chopin or something.
Yeah.
That would be kind of an interesting thing
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
Like to be there.
Yeah. Because
And
it's
he's
just,
sitting there.
yeah. Like, that's just not something we can experience now.
There isn't. Yeah, and there's no one like that anymore.
Mhm.
Really.
Yeah. So I think that would be cool.
that would be cool.
Yeah. But also Queen. I would love to see Queen.
That would have been fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a very unique concert.
Yeah.
'Cause they have good music.
They have such good music. Like I feel like they're one I forget about, and then I go back and listen to their discography, and I'm like, holy cow! It's like banger after banger after banger. Like they're so good. There's so many good songs.
Yeah.
So, mine's Queen.
Here's this Queen.
Mm-hmm.
So mine, there's a handful, more than a handful,
Mm-hmm.
but probably it would have to be the Bee Gees.
That's what I thought you were
I
gonna
mean,
say.
nobody's surprised about that, I'm sure. Oh, how I would love to see a Bee Gees concert.
I know the three of them in their prime would be like really cool. That would be like a really special
cool.
concert. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still hoping Barry Gibb. Come on, Sir Barry.
Just go on tour.
Just go on tour.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. I would really love to see the whole Bee Gees.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tom Petty. I never did get to see Tom Petty when he was
Yeah.
alive, and he was like my favorite in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Tom Petty for a moment there. And probably Waylon Jennings, I'm not going to lie. That would be a lot of fun. There's so many
Yeah.
good ones.
I mean, Cars. We never saw Cars. They would be so
Cars.
fun to see. Like the Carpenters.
The
They would be
Carpenters,
so
they would be fun
good.
to see.
Or John Denver.
I gotta
John
see
Denver
John
would
Denver.
be. I never saw him.
I did
He would
see
be
John
incredible.
Denver. Just so many that have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it would be
Just-
fun.
yeah.
It would be fun to see them in concert
Yeah.
with all their glory,
Yeah.
especially in their glory days, you know,
Mm-hmm. In their prime.
in their prime. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
it's really sad.
I know. That's why you have to go to concerts because
You do.
you just never know
You never
how long
know.
they're going to be touring for.
You just
Well,
never
because
know.
even like Aerosmith, they're all still alive. Well, the ones that are alive are still alive, but like Steven
think
Tyler
they're all
can't
there.
sing anymore.
Yeah,
So like even though he's still alive, he can't sing, so he can't tour.
you can't
So
tour
you
anymore.
gotta go when you can.
You just gotta go. You gotta go when you can. So yeah, those are my. But probably the Bee Gees. Bee
Yeah.
Gees would be a classic.
Mhm.
Oh man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think if there was anyone else that.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this one day, like a lot of them just have gone already, and it's just sad.
It is really sad. But like I think about like my bucket list and like Billy Joel's definitely on there. We're going to see him, which I'm so excited
So
about.
excited.
Def Leppard is number 1. I'm so excited.
I get to see Def
I'm
Leppard.
so excited. I like seriously can't contain my excitement. So like just you gotta go see these people
You
while you
just gotta
still
go
can.
when you can. I mean, I'm grateful I went and saw Taylor Swift because even though I'm not the hugest fan, at least I got to see it. I mean,
Yeah.
her Era tour is going to go down in history as one of the biggest tours ever.
Yeah.
And
I mean right now it
I was
is
there.
the biggest tour. Which
Yeah. So
is
I think it's
crazy.
going to be huge.
Yeah.
The Beatles. That's
another really good one.
The Beatles would have been fun.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think I would have wanted to see Elvis, though. How about you?
I'm not the biggest Elvis fan.
I'm
I
not
think
either.
he has probably a handful of songs that I actually like really like.
Yeah, so I don't think it would have
So
been Elvis.
yeah,
No.
like
sorry,
I mean,
Elvis.
gun to my head, I would go see him, but like
Well, if someone gave me tickets, I would have.
yeah. But if I had to pick, he's not in my top 5.
I know, I'm just trying to think of all the people I
The
wish I would've-
classics.
Classics I would have. Frank Sinatra would have been fun.
Yeah, he would have been really good too.
Dean Martin.
Mm-hmm. Rat Pack.
Yeah, all of
Pretty
them.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy Davis Jr. I mean, who sings to Candyman better than him?
No one.
No one sings it better than
No.
him. Oh, I love him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's probably it though. The Bee Gees. That's my sad.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and do over. That would be
Yeah.
my only real big one that I wish I could do. But
Yeah. Yeah.
oh well.
Mine would be Queen. And Queen was touring with Adam Lambert, which actually I think would be kind of cool to see, but it's just not. It's not Freddie Mercury.
It's not Freddie.
And it's not going to be the same. Like that.
I think
Like
the
there's
whole
that
band
one
is there,
concert.
though.
There's that one
Live
iconic
Aid.
concert. Yeah, that to be at that would be like the people who were there won because that is
That was good.
iconic.
George Michael. I know Abby wouldn't want to see George Michael. I would like to.
I'd
see
pass
George
on George Michael.
Michael. I would like to see George Michael.
Not a big George Michael.
I
fan.
love George Michael, but we got to see Journey. I got to
We
see
did.
Journey with Steve Perry.
Yeah,
so.
see, I never saw Journey with Steve Perry. That would be cool to see, but I'm not heartbroken over that one. But
Steve Perry's pretty good though.
but I would see Steve Perry by himself.
Come on, Steve Perry.
Yeah.
Let's get going. There. All right.
Yes.
So
Okay, you had a question.
I had a question for you that we could both answer, and I
Okay.
thought it would be kind of funny. So, what concert that you've been to that people your age would be kind of surprised you went to and enjoyed?
That's a good question. Probably that first Styx concert in Vegas we went to, because I was 16 or something like
you
that.
were young, yeah.
And at least at that point, I feel like a lot of people knew Mr. Roboto, but other than that, they didn't know who Styx was.
Yeah.
So like the fact I wanted to go to a Styx concert for my birthday, like that was what I wanted, was probably kind of surprising. I'm trying to think. Who have I been to? Because I feel like everyone else like are classics.
Yeah.
I don't know. You answer. Let me think.
Okay, so I was thinking about this, and I thought maybe not so much surprised I've been to this concert, but how many times I've seen these people might be a surprise to most people, and that is the Jonas Brothers.
Oh my gosh, I love the Jonas Brothers.
We love the Jonas Brothers, and I have seen them every time they've been to Utah, except for last summer. This summer
at the Stadium Fire.
At the Stadium Fire, I didn't go to that one, but I mean, when they came with the Hannah Montana / Miley Cyrus.
Hannah Montana meets Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, that concert. We've been to Vegas to see them.
Yes. We've like seen them. It's really funny. We've seen them through the eras because we saw them at the Hannah Montana meets Miley Cyrus concert. They opened for her, and then we saw them in Vegas, and Demi Lovato was opening for them. And then we saw them when they came back for The Happiness Begins, and then again.
Then they like broke up for a while.
Yeah, well, they broke up for a while, and then they came back.
And then we've seen them three times. So I probably have seen them in a total of 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I just think it's probably pretty funny that I've seen the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
And I actually love the Jonas Brothers.
They're so fun. They are so fun.
When we went to the Miley Cyrus meets Hannah Montana one, I remember leaving saying, oh, I think I like those guys better than her. I think they actually did a better job than her. And yeah, and I'll still go see them.
I know what my answer is.
Okay. So yeah, Jonas Brothers for
That's
me.
a really good one. That's a really good answer. Mine is New Kids on the Block.
Oh.
We've been to New Kids on the Block, what, like 3 times? 3 times. And it's hilarious every time. It's incredible. They do such a great job. But every time, because they're kind of like that in between where they're not like classics, you know, like from the 70s or 80s-ish or whatever. And I mean, they were boy bands. They were kind of cheesy. But like, so they're not like classics like Styx or Aerosmith or like those kinds of people. But they're like they're old enough that people my age don't really know who they are, but like too new to be classics.
Yeah. And people my age don't really know them too much either because they were married and having kids, and I wasn't married at the time, so I was like, oh, I love these guys.
Still haven't.
So it's usually a little bit younger than me that know New Kids on the Block. But I loved them when I was younger, and when they started touring again, I'm like, we gotta go.
And they are so fun.
They're so fun. And they come out in the audience, and you
I got a picture with Danny Wood, which was so fun.
So fun.
It was really funny because he was walking around like talking to people, kind of taking pictures and stuff with them. And I don't ever want to be the person that's like take a picture with me or whatever, you know what I mean? So I was just kind of like, I shook his hand. I was just talking to him a little bit, and then he was like pointing at my phone, like, no, like let's take a picture, which makes sense. I mean, that's what he's there for. But so I like took a picture. It was really funny. But
and Emily got one. I'm screaming, Jordan, and he kind of looked over, and it was crazy. It was pretty
so
fun.
Funny.
And then they had like a DJ that started. This was our last concert. They had a DJ that started the concert, like the pre-concert, and he was standing next to me most of the concert. This one time, Jordan came out into the audience, but he was like, what, maybe
10, 15 feet?
10, 15 feet away from where I was. And this DJ grabs my phone and runs over and gets me this really good shot of Jordan.
He did. It
was pretty fun.
It was funny.
That was pretty funny.
He's like, give me your phone. Because we were like right on the first row of the side seats. Like we weren't on the floor. We were on the side seats. So we could like see them on the floor and like interact with
around
them.
there. Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun.
But probably New Kids on the Block.
Because probably nobody knows who they are.
Yeah, I would say so. But they're so fun.
They're
like,
so fun.
Such a fun concert.
We leave there just so happy.
Yeah.
We're always just laughing. We didn't go this year because it was at USANA or whatever it's called now. And
Utah First Credit Union.
I just think they're the kind of concert you have to be not at USANA for.
Yeah. Kind of like enclosed where it can get real loud and
and you can see they're dancing. They do these dance moves like none other. It is just so funny.
It is so funny. But
yeah,
we love New Kids on the Block.
We do. We do. We love them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I think that's about it for our episode.
So next week we'll tell you all about Def Leppard.
Yes. So stay tuned because
we're
I'm
so excited.
I'm so excited. But we want to hear about your concert experiences. So tell us what your favorite concert is. If you had a funny least favorite concert like Judy did, let us know. We want to hear your stories. This is a good one. Who do you want to see who's already passed away? Because I feel like
Yeah,
that
the dream concert.
the dream concert,
Or even if they're still alive, but they
Yeah.
haven't been touring or something, or
'Cause,
something
like-
you just always wanted to see.
I'm a huge AC/DC fan. I want to see AC/DC in concert so bad, but they don't tour, and it makes me
No.
so sad.
And I kind of told her I wouldn't go with her because I just don't know if I could handle it.
I
I could hear a
love-
couple of their songs
I
and I'd
love
be like, I have a
AC/DC.
headache. I have a headache.
I love AC/DC. So AC/DC, if you're listening, you need to start touring again.
Kind of like Depeche Mode too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
because
they
we've talked about going
going
to
to
Depeche
them,
Mode,
but
we
there's
never
only like a couple of songs. But
Yeah.
those couple of songs
are so good.
are like our jam.
Yeah,
So I don't know if I'll ever go. I don't know.
But
If
yeah.
I never go see a Depeche Mode, I'll be fine.
mm-hmm.
But if we do go,
Yeah.
it'll be good.
But yeah, let us know what your dream concert is because we want to know.
We want
Do you
to
agree
know.
with us? Do you have different ones?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
So
so
let us know.
So subscribe on YouTube, follow us on all of our streaming, and then follow us on Instagram and TikTok. It's just from vinyl to streaming on those. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So
We'll see you next week.
see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.